everyone, my name is Raninta Candra Dewi. I am from IKI Class, and today I will talk about the current issue that we are facing right now, and we're going to correlate it with the proverb that we have from Bali, and let's talk about the activities that we can conduct as an English teacher. Information overload. Have you ever heard about that term before? Some of you might say yes, some of you might say, okay, I've heard about it, but I don't really know about what it is. So information overload is the term that refers to the situation when we are surrounded with many information. So the information that we get in this generation is actually gotten from the social media that we take, and we can also get the information from the articles, newspaper and stuff. But because we are always on our phones, and when we have a free time or a leisure time, we always find ourselves just like scroll to our phones and watch a TikTok videos, and we can actually watch a TikTok maybe 1,000 videos in a day.
Stop it. Get some help.
And can you imagine the amount of information that we get from from those videos on TikToks? This is very dangerous, because when we receive an information, we are as a human being, we should always be aware about the information that we receive. We need to process the information, we need to analyze the information, we need to select the information that can be used and the information that is not that really beneficial. So this process of thinking always happening all the time. We can always see from the proverbs from Bali. So we have a proverb that is said like this: Amongken liangne amonto sebetne. So it means that, in literal meaning, like the amount of happiness that you receive is the amount of sadness that you will get. It talks about happiness and sadness, right? But from my interpretation, it's more like the amount of things that you receive will be the amount of things that is opposite will be also gotten. So we might always think that many information is very beneficial for this generation, but it is actually very dangerous, because we need to think all the time. We need to have that critical thinking. Seeing how dangerous it is, we are as an English teacher should always be aware about the current issue that we are facing right now, which is this kind of information overload. So I will propose some kind of like 4 activities that is project-based learning, and those activities will be very suitable to be conducted for the learners from senior high school, since this kind of issue is kind of like more abstract than concrete. And let's check it out. The first one, I call it as character projects. So again, character. So character is very important nowadays, of course. It has been very important for us. So we are going to assign our students and form a group, and it will be consisted around like 4 until 5 students. We will assign them 1 characters. The characters that we should have when we scroll our phones. For example, let's say wise. So we're going to assign 1 group for the character of wise. So it will be their decision to do whatever they would like to do, but we will give them options. For example, posture, drama, and text analysis. So they will do the project that is related to the characters that we give to them. And then after that, they need to do the presentation. The second one is podcast project. Podcast is very famous nowadays. We can always watch podcasts on YouTube. We can listen to podcasts on Spotify. We find so many artists do podcasts now. So why don't we make a podcast? We can assign our students to do the podcast in the form of group that consists of 3 until 4 people. So in this project, they will be trained to make a critical questions related to the current issue that we give to them, which is it is information overload. They will make a research about it, they will make a question, and they will need to find people who are able to answer their questions. The third one is peer review. After asking them to make a podcast and upload it on YouTube, we can ask other groups to do a peer review related to the other group podcasts. So they need to make a conclusion in the form of poster. And at the end of the day, because it is project-based, they will need to make a presentation and they need to hang the poster that they made on the school wall. Because once again, when you did something, you need to do a publication so that everyone will know about that thing that we know, so that it will be beneficial for other students too. Last but not least, we are going to talk about crime scene investigation. This is one of the most interesting activities because we will give our student a real case that is happening. It will be so much better if the case or the crime is still unsolved. So what the students need to do is they need to make an analysis about it. They need to act like a police and find a reason behind it. And they will also need a prevention for that kind of crime. So I think that's all about today's video. Thank you very much for watching. Once again, mungkin yang untuk sahabat nih, the amount of level of information that you receive will be the amount of danger that you will be in. So yeah, thank you very much and bye.